All right, here you go. So it might sound a little bit far away because I took off the microphone. So no wait, because we can't record it and listen to it at the same time. I mean, can't play it and record and listen. Yeah, anyway. So like I'm saying, this is a Wikileaks. This should have happened when we were there, bro.
Officials said on Monday they knew last week the WikiLeaks document release on Afghanistan was coming. And while there was nothing they could do to stop the release or the subsequent media reports, they still called the release a dangerous thing.
Whenever you have the potential for names and for operations and for programs to be out there in the public domain, that it, besides being against the law, has a potential to be very harmful to those that are in our military.
And to those Pakistanis and Afghanis reportedly cooperating with the U.S. and NATO forces. State Department officials said they notified the Karzai and Zardari governments over the weekend about the situation. They also disputed one of the document's most serious allegations, that Pakistani intelligence forces have been supporting insurgents.
Pakistan has come to recognize that insurgent groups that are, in fact, within the borders of Pakistan pose a threat not just to Afghanistan, to the United States, but also fundamentally to Pakistan itself.
While the White House calls the release illegal and dangerous for troops on the ground, it's also trying to deflect the potential political fallout by releasing a list of official quotes from the past 2 years, which they say proves the documents don't say anything new. The ISI's contacts with extremist groups are a real concern to us. We are also asking for more help from the Pakistanis to go after al-Qaeda.
I certainly have not reviewed 90,000 documents. This got brought to us late last week. Again, the coverage I read off of the news documents doesn't, I think, materially change the challenges that we have in each of these two countries.
The documents are already stoking a growing debate about whether the U.S. should leave Afghanistan sooner rather than later, even among the president's supporters. The chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, quote, they raise serious questions about the reality of America's policy toward Pakistan and Afghanistan. But at the Pentagon, officials said it might take days or weeks to assess the material and the possible damage to military strategy. The Obama administration hopes its strategy for fighting and ending the war in Afghanistan doesn't get derailed by WikiLeaks, a group which it says has, quote, an agenda. Rosalind Jordan, Al Jazeera, Washington.
All right. I remember this was an exercise, bro. This is not real. Like, even the units, all the units, like, I have all the units information, bro. Like, none of the units match. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an exercise, bro. I'm saying, like, I'm trying to prove this to you because I already know that it's an exercise because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was part of it. But I'm just trying to tell you, I'm not convincing you, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to show you.
17 years ago, these pictures of smiling American guards abusing Iraqi prisoners shook the world, uncovering the dark side of the US's war on terror. The gut-wrenching pictures of sexual abuse, humiliation, and torture of detainees at Abu Ghraib prison sent Washington into damage control. Few things undermined the US's claim that they were helping bring democracy to Iraq more than the scandal at Abu Ghraib.
The American people are just as appalled at what they have seen on TV as the Iraqi citizens have. The Iraqi citizens must understand that, and therefore there will be a full investigation and justice will be served.
So how did the Abu Ghraib scandal unfold, and what has happened since then? Abu Ghraib was notorious for torture since the era of Saddam Hussein, but after the US invasion of Iraq, it was turned into a US Army detention center for captured Iraqis. During the US invasion, the prison housed many innocent civilians. According to a Red Cross report from 2004, approximately 70 to 90% of the prisoners were mistakenly detained. Most of them were picked up in random military sweeps and checkpoints, and many of them were women and teenagers. On January 2004, military police officer Joseph Darby blew the whistle on prisoner abuse at Abu Ghraib after reporting the photos he discovered of Iraqi prisoners being abused by several soldiers to army investigators. In April, nearly 4 months later, the Abu Ghraib scandal broke when CBS News' 60 Minutes broadcast photos showing Iraqi detainees being humiliated and tortured. One showed a US soldier holding a prisoner on a strap made to look like a dog on a leash. Another showed a hooded man standing on a box and holding electrical wires.
In recent months, seeing abuses here under our responsibility. And it's been a body blow for all of us. But it doesn't represent America. It doesn't represent American values. It doesn't represent the values of you, each of you here in this room.
Not long after, the New Yorker magazine reported that the Secretary of Defense, Donald Rumsfeld, was personally responsible for authorizing the use of torture at Abu Ghraib. A Senate report in 2008 also confirmed Rumsfeld's ties to the torture in Abu Ghraib and Guantanamo Bay. On April 30th, 2004, a U.S. Army report looking into abuses at Abu Ghraib concluded that numerous instances of detainee abuse occurred between October and December in 2003 in Abu Ghraib prison. The report detailed how prisoners were beaten and sexually assaulted, humiliated, and filmed, reiterating what was already revealed in pictures. But many of Abu Ghraib's abuses remain hidden, as many survivors did not speak out after their release for fear of reprisals and stigmatization. In at least one instance, the U.S. Army tortured a prisoner to death. Former prisoners of Abu Ghraib say they heard women being raped every night, but little was heard from these women. 11 U.S. soldiers were convicted of crimes relating to the Abu Ghraib scandal, while many others involved were not charged, but simply reprimanded. 2 years after the scandal, in 2006, the prison was handed over to Iraqi authorities, and 8 years later, it was closed down. In 2013, a U.S. private contractor company responsible for torturing detainees at the Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq paid 71 former detainees $5.28 million in compensation, a meager amount compared to similar cases in the U.S. The Abu Ghraib torture scandal greatly tarnished the Bush administration and its war in Iraq. But most importantly, it revealed that, like many dictatorships, the U.S. had little regard for the Geneva Convention during its so-called war on terror.
Now, if you were, let me ask you this, big dog. If you were in Baghdad, Iraq, like we were, right? And you saw this shit come out, and you saw your people getting fucking tortured and killed and shit like that, right? What would you do? Like, for instance, where are you at right now in your city, state, wherever you're at, right? You see this, and you know that the people are still there, and the base is still there, and their infantry division have already left Iraq. So you don't have to fucking worry about fighting against, you know what I'm saying? Like, true combat, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole division, like, you know, amount of soldiers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so basically you're fighting against people because they're leaving. Remember that. They're closing down bases. So you know that. They're closing down bases. You know that they're shorting people. You know that every day is less and less of them. So you're seeing this. And you know that there's people in Iraq as well, Afghanis, that already saw the Afghan war logs when that was released at first. You mean to tell me that we have Afghanis and Iraqis sending messages to us at night, fucking us up that night? Like, you're damn right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's why on the other video he's like that they condemn the release because of the people still there. Like, okay. Anyways.
Then a huge collection of classified field reports from Afghanistan has been leaked on the internet today. Steve Handelsman tells us tonight these documents have generated a mix of reactions from horrified to appalled.
Thanks. Good evening from Washington, where this is a different kind of predator strike, an anti-war online organization attacking U.S. policy in Afghanistan with a massive dump of classified information. Made public were classified intelligence and action reports filed by U.S. forces in Afghanistan from 2004 to 2009. Troops worried about local support, worried about civilian deaths, 90,000 reports like these four, released online by Wikileaks.org.
It's war. It's one damn thing after another.
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange claims U.S. involvement is illegal.
There does appear to be evidence of war crimes in this material.
The leaks detail how Pakistani intelligence, the ISI, allegedly helped the Taliban, and how the anti-American jihad was allegedly still being advised recently by former ISI commander General Hamid Gul. Pakistan playing both sides. U.S. forces doubting they can win. Separately, a claim today that a NATO rocket killed 52 Afghan civilians, all threatening support for President Obama's plan to escalate the war.
Without question, there's minimal support on the American people for a long campaign.
Now, Pentagon officials are looking for whomever leaked or hacked into the secret reports.
All of that information out in a public way has the potential, Ed, to do harm.
Secrecy, tough to protect in modern warfare. And in modern politics, putting pressure on the Obama administration. Senate Republican Jeff Sessions today complained that senior Pakistanis allegedly helping the Taliban is unacceptable. From Washington, I'm Steve Handelsman, WPTV News Channel 5.
Okay, so like, you hear all that shit, right? So, real quick, man, that way you know where I'm sitting at with the reports that we. So, if you're talking about Pakistan, right? Okay, well, about Pakistan, everything here, right? So, I want to show you something real quick. That way you know what I'm talking about. So, this, okay. So you have to understand, bro, like, when all this shit is when we killed supposedly we killed Osama bin Laden. Okay, but we didn't. But anyways, like, this was happening, right? At the same time, this was part of the deception operations thing. So I'll explain to you in a little bit what that means. So July 1st, 1:05 in the morning, I was gonna get fucking flight out of fucking, we're getting out of Baghdad, we're going to Kuwait, right? We're gonna be going like, remember this, like, this is a real deal, Holyfield, bro. Like, you're talking about weapons and shit, like, you gotta, like, right here, like, weapons must be checked in and shit. Like, where is this? Fusion, passengers will submit. Dang. Up here. Okay, so Salim Travels and Griffin's weapons policy is that weapons are permitted and checked in luggage and appropriate travel cases. So like, it's the real deal, Holyfield, big dog. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, first stop was fucking Kuwait. Stayed one night in Kuwait. All right. Spoke to a couple of people and then shifted over to fucking Dubai, and that's where we stayed 13 days. So that's about $4,000 right there. All right, and then the SIM cards and shit that I had to get. This is the DISO operations, but anyways, like, what's the whole fucking point, huh? Again. Okay. All right, here you go. This motherfucker right here. So, all right, so this man right here, my Sadek. Okay, he so this guy right here, Musa Sadek, he's part of the fucking Islamic Center of San Antonio. Okay, like I guess we can name this shit. All right, here we go. Musa Muhammad Sadek. Okay, his brother, bro. Guess what his brother's name is? You won't fucking believe me. Osama Mohammed Sadek. That's his brother's name. Osama Mohammed Sadek. What? What? It's like Osama Mohammed bin Laden. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, anyways. This guy right here, bro. He's a religious leader, right? And like, it says asaonline.net, right? .net, all this shit, right? But it's gonna say right here, it's gonna tell you it's gonna be right here, hold on. Right here. Where you at? San Antonio, Fairhaven. Okay, but where's the address at, man? Email address. Sorry, give me a second. So, anyways, this is gonna be a point right here. You see, like, so current job at Academy, Alama Academy, and then it's look at this, bro. 8603 Timber Springs, San Antonio, Texas 78250. And then 7795 Mainland Drive, San Antonio, Texas 78250. Alma Linda Academy, right? All right? Peep game, dog. And where did your boy stay at, nigga? I stay at shut up, Artemis. I'm sorry. 1 minute. Your boy stayed at 1534 Ridge Field Street. Oh yeah, sure. San Antonio, Texas 78250. That's my house. Okay. All right. So then we're gonna go in and fucking once again right here, like Philadelphia, Austin, Philadelphia, and like yeah. Here it is. Islamic Center, San Antonio, right? And then it says the contact information, and it says whatever, right? But it's gonna give you some other email addresses right now. It's gonna be at I see it. Website I am on. No, we close. No. Islamic Center. I don't need your. I need your email, bro. Where's your email at? She said once again right here. Fairhaven. JP Morgan. Okay, like. Bro. Hold on. All right, my bad. I found it. So, Musa Sadek. So you have right here. You have Musa Sadek, M Sadek at icsaonline.org. Okay, that one. But don't get me wrong. You have other ones. Whoa, bro. Whoa. Sorry about that. You have other ones, right? So, anyways, so right here you got this once again saying Musa Sadek, and you have Al Madina Academy, and it has already said that, right? So he is here. I mean, he's right here, bro. So you see the email address, acsonline.org, okay? And it says I am at icsonline.org, right? Here you have on that tourism, you have it says you admin at acsonline.org, and the website is http://www.icsonline.org. That's a Islamic Center San Antonio online.org. Okay, so now that we got that, I'm saying out the way, like Islamic Center of San Antonio Mosques, you know what I'm saying? Fairhaven, it keeps like Alameda Academy right now. So like, make sure you know that shit, all right? Okay, so this is the businesses that he has at that location, okay? At 7795, okay? So you have Al Madina Academy, okay? Unlike laboratories, Alamo Biochemicals, Alamo Laboratories, Computers and Networks Services, Big Daddy Motorsports, Allied Truck Companies, Allied Academy, Cars for Rent, American Construction Remodeling, Drywall, Elite Bartending Services. Ada sing yan? Laundry, like so you have innovative solutions right here, and you have I know you picked up on some already that Rand Research Rand Research Laboratorium, Iron Complex Incorporation, Iron Complex Corporation. That's an imaging cell. That's San Antonio Medical Imaging, Rand Research Corporation, right? So I'm gonna go to a little bit in a second. So, all right. Let me pause it. Hey, here you go, man. Ready? Okay, some shit out. If you stick coming straight forward, I got straight next and went straight to the block. If you niggas can know me, I'm out. Give me the way up the lot to the spot, the way for me to go hit the match. Now I'm ready. But it used to be Roxy, we used to put rest of the box. Now we got a place if you think you out. You're stepping on shit like a boss. So now the hoes jocking my bitch to see what I call. On the way to the top, I get a loss. So I got the jugging and whipping till I take the cross. We been pushing it back like a boss. If I want your head, you what do you call it? 13 took a low, but I better see him get his ass out. 13, I was chalking on the channel. 19, I was just me and my girl. 23, we just blew a few racks at the mall. Still fighting for shit in the walls. It was me and LaShaw, we was knocking them out. 30 days in the bush, I went crazy and now riding rap on the floor with no space on the wall. Put my probation and now. What do we put? Bitch, I'm starting to pick up and you. Yeah, right there, nigga. Sick. Bitch, I'm the solid pick up and you palm. You know what I'm saying? For me, like, man, that's some shit right there, bro. But anyways, so I'll show you some shit. So check shit out, man. In German, all right? See this shit? See what that is? You know what that is, right? That's nuclear atomic energy, my nigga. That's nuclear. How to build a nuclear power bomb. Look at that shit. Even a visa, bro. How to get a visa, how to come in. And this is from the fucking Islamic Center of San Antonio, my nigga. It's L1 visa, big dog. Keep game. Look at this shit. Come down to my name with your buddy, you'll say, oh, you had me see this shit. Finally, you out. Right here, big dog. Like this, nah, it's here right now. Kicks me out, watch. See that? And I'm going to show you when it goes back to normal operating conditions. All right? Watch. Ready? Here you go. Check it out, bro. Here goes. Look at that. Back to normal operating conditions. You see that?
I have here pieces of paper, letters from politicians and generals, but no indication of when or if help will arrive. Letters not worth the ink committed to them. I fear that
See that?
no one is coming.